In the quiet space before time, before the first dawn kissed the cosmos, there was a thought. A singular, perfect idea that echoed through the void, giving birth to existence itself. This thought conceived a place of infinite knowledge, a sanctuary not built of stone or wood, but woven from the very fabric of eternity. They call it the Library of God, and within its silent, hallowed halls, every soul has a story. Imagine a realm bathed in a light that is not seen, but felt. A light that hums with the memory of every star, every galaxy, every whisper of wind across forgotten worlds. The walls of this library stretch into forever, lined with shelves that curve and spiral like the arms of a nebula. There are no books bound in leather or paper here. Instead, each story is a living entity, a shimmering sphere of light, each one a soul's journey, suspended in the gentle current of divine thought. Let us draw one closer, see how it pulses with a soft golden luminescence. This is the story of a shepherd boy born under a silent desert sky. His hands were small, his heart full of simple courage. He knew the language of the stars and the secrets of the wind. His world was the flock he tended, the vast emptiness of the plains, and the quiet conversations he held with the heavens. He did not seek power or glory. His only desire was to protect the life entrusted to him. One night, a celestial event unlike any other painted the sky. A star, brilliant and new, called to him. It was a silent invitation, a pull on his very soul. He followed, not with a map, but with a faith as boundless as the desert itself. His journey was fraught with trials, yet his spirit never wavered. He found not a king in a palace, as others expected, but a child whose light outshone the star that had guided him. In that humble moment, the shepherd boy understood. True royalty is not born of crowns, but of love. His story, this sphere of light, now radiates with the pure glow of unwavering faith and the profound beauty of a simple, devoted heart. Now, let us turn to another. This one flickers with a tempestuous silver fire. It contains the saga of a queen, a ruler of a magnificent empire built on conquest and pride. Her city was a marvel of gleaming spires and intricate designs, a testament to her ambition. She commanded armies, bent nations to her will, and believed her legacy was forged in the strength of her decree. She saw love as a weakness, compassion as a flaw. Her heart was a fortress, its walls built high against the perceived chaos of emotion. Yet a sickness fell upon her land, a creeping shadow that no army could defeat, no wall could contain. It withered the crops and silenced the once joyful streets. The queen, in her desperation, offered gold, power, and glory to her gods. But the silence from the heavens was deafening. One day, disguised as a commoner, she walked among her suffering people. She saw a mother giving her last piece of bread to a stranger's child. She saw a son tending to his ailing father, his face etched with weariness but his hands gentle with care. She saw love, raw and unconditional, not as a weakness, but as the only force holding her crumbling world together. That night, the queen returned to her palace, not as a ruler, but as a servant. She opened her granaries, tended to the sick with her own hands, and wept with those who had lost everything. Her city did not recover because of her power, but because of her surrender. This sphere, once burning with the cold fire of pride, now shimmers with the iridescent light of humility and redemption. Her story became not one of conquest, but of compassion. Look here, at this sphere that glows with a deep oceanic blue, laced with threads of sorrow and hope. This is the tale of an artisan, a master craftsman whose hands could shape clay into forms so beautiful they seemed to breathe. He lived for his art, pouring his soul into every creation. He had a daughter, a child with eyes like the morning sky and a laugh that sounded like wind chimes. She was his true masterpiece, the living poetry his hands could never replicate. But a sudden fever, a cruel and swift illness, stole her from the world. The artisan's heart shattered. His hands, once so deft and creative, became still. The clay lay untouched, his studio shrouded in dust and silence. Grief was a vast, dark ocean, and he allowed himself to drown in it. The colors of the world turned to gray. For years he was a ghost in his own life. Then one spring morning, a small, determined bird built its nest outside his window. He watched it, day after day, as it tirelessly flew back and forth, weaving twigs and leaves into a home. He watched as the eggs hatched and the tiny, fragile lives emerged. He saw the parent bird's fierce, tender devotion. And in that simple, natural act of creation and care, he saw his daughter's spirit. He saw that life, in all its fragility, persists. That love does not die, it simply changes form. He returned to his studio. With trembling hands, he took a piece of clay, and as tears streamed down his face, he began to sculpt. He did not create a vessel of sorrow, but a monument to life. He sculpted the bird, the nest, the new beginning. His art was reborn, no longer just a display of skill, but a testament to the enduring power of love to heal the deepest wounds. This sphere of blue light now pulses with the rhythm of a heart that learned to beat again, a story of hope found in the depths of despair. Each of these spheres, these souls, represents a universe of experience. There is the warrior who laid down his sword to become a healer, the scholar who abandoned his books to learn wisdom from the silence of a forest, the outcast who built a community from a foundation of acceptance. Billions upon billions of stories, each unique, each sacred, each a vital note in the grand symphony of creation. Some burn with the intensity of a supernova, tales of immense sacrifice and world-altering change. Others hum with a gentle, steady light, stories of quiet kindness, unseen struggles, and personal victories. There are no small stories here. The quiet prayer of a lonely soul resonates as powerfully as the decree of an emperor. The tears of a single parent carry the same weight as the fall of an empire. In the eyes of the universe, every moment of love, every act of courage, every step toward forgiveness is an event of cosmic significance. This library is not a relic of the past. It is a living, breathing entity, and it is still growing. Your story is being written right now with every choice you make, every word you speak, every thought you entertain. You are the author, the protagonist, and the narrator of your own epic. You may feel that your life is ordinary, your struggles mundane. You may feel lost, broken, or insignificant in the vastness of the cosmos. But look, see that new sphere of light just beginning to form? It is you. It is your journey. Your moments of doubt are the dramatic tension. Your acts of kindness are the rising action. Your capacity for love is the central theme. Every time you choose hope over despair, forgiveness over bitterness, and connection over isolation, you add a brilliant, shimmering layer to your story. You are weaving a narrative that will echo in eternity. The universe does not just see what you have done. It sees the person you are striving to become. It honors the effort, the struggle, the climb. So live with intention. Live with courage. Live with love. Know that your life, with all its beautiful imperfections, its triumphs, and its tears, is a sacred text being inscribed into the very heart of existence. You are not just a fleeting whisper in the wind. You are a story for the ages, a unique and irreplaceable light in the infinite library of God. And your story, like all the others, is a story of light's eternal promise to be reborn.